Today we are going to be doing Barrows high-level money making. So we are looking for fast kills and just getting the most value out of our runs, mostly for people that are just going for the collection log or just having fun doing Barrows. I know I enjoy it. It was one of the first bosses back in the day that I learned how to do, so it's just kind of for nostalgia, as is the rest of this game. So you are going to want to bring, your highest damage boosting gear, so your highest damage boosting melee weapons and ranged weapons that you can have, and you can go with a sanguinesty staff or a nightmare staff if you feel like it, but the trident does pretty good. It's pretty fast, so bring a lot of gear because you don't need much supplies. Just a few pea pots for if you have Darok in the tunnel, or if you run out of food in the tunnel or something like that after a few consecutive runs. But usually, you're coming right back to your house to heal, so you don't really need any of that. If you don't have a portal nexus, just buy Barrows scrolls. I mean, uh, chances are you'll break even or make a little money as long as you've done the Mori Hard Diary too for extra runes. But the best way to do this for long term is just get a Barrows teleport in your house. So we're going to go right to Barrows. You should be familiar with all this. I like to do the melee guys, the guys that use melee first, because then once you get to Carl, sometime or Aram, excuse me, and Carl, I think both lower some stats. And I have pots for those. I'm just using magic. I don't need pots for the melee guys, so I like to do them first. Of course, if you do get Darok in the tunnel, then you're going to want to use a pea pot to not reduce the chances of getting one shot while you're down there out of prayer with him at low health. Whoa, what happened there? I don't know why my computer just opened a web browser. Okay, so on to Guthin, same deal, just using magic. You don't need any magic accuracy gear, but I do bring just whatever I have for magic damage, so an imbued cape, occult, and then if you did have the Zenite bracelet, that gives you, I think 15 is probably the highest. I think it is the highest bonus out of all the mage gear. So that would be helpful as well. A lot of my money's tied up in, I bought some 99 resources because my combat's all I really do and all I care about, Slayer and combat. I only have one skilling 99. So I got ambitious and bought them, and now I don't want to sell them, and it's using up all my money. So, all right, on to Torag. Come at me. Varric, of course, is the only one that can hit through prayer. So as long as you have prayer, having high prayer means that most runs you won't even need a peapod unless you have Darok in the tunnel, because you can usually just face tank one of them in the tunnel and not even need to eat food most times, because these guys are pretty weak, and especially if you have high defense or high strength armor. I probably should have brought Prims, but I like the Fremennik sea boots for a good tribrid boot, so I just get I don't know, get a kick out of using those when I can, which is like Dagonoths and random places where I don't really need the gear. Also, wearing a face mask instead of a Serp helm is probably better. The Fremi Exiles upgraded Fremennik helm, or upgraded helm of Nezi. All right, so let's see. Let's do Carl first with melee. I'm gonna take a super combat pot. Put on protect from range. Oh, and that was our cave, so we'll put on our range gear. And I just like any excuse to wear crystal, so I mean, it's got prayer bonus, so whatever. Just pretend that it's useful. But you could just wear void, honestly, and if you wanted to bring tank gear for in the tunnel, sure, go for it. But honestly, crystal has, or not crystal, but void. Void has decent stats, so if you've got 99 defense, probably be okay. You could just bring some Tor eggs too if you're really hurting for it. All right, so I'm gonna throw my melee gear back on, and because we're gonna melee Carl, go down here, and when you're in the tunnels, I believe you kill 2 skeletons and a bloodworm, to get the perfect loot potential, which is like 86 point something, I think. So we'll kill a couple skeletons. One trick that I use is when you're down here, you can sometimes you can right-click the door, the inner doors of the chest room, and it'll say open door instead of examine door. Let's see, what did I just kill? Was a rat. Um, but once you once you get closer, it'll show you the loot or it'll show you open door. It'll show you which door you can go through. I'm going really slowly through here because I got a little distracted trying to find the right door. But all right, so I think that was my second skeleton. So I should be good on the loot potential as soon as I kill the last brother. So we'll go through here. I'm sure it'll make us walk all the way. All the way on the other side of the earth here. Good grief. It does like to do that where it just sends you to the moon. Wherever you spawn in, it's like, oh, okay, well here it is, open door. So for some reason it didn't show me until I got close. But you can see that green square there, that's the right answer if you're using RuneLight. Otherwise you do have to actually like figure out the puzzle and click it quickly in time. So here we go. There's Carl. If I open the chest, oh, she hits kind of hard. So I'm actually going to just take a sip. One sip isn't bad for a run. So let's see. Once he's dead, what did I have mage on? We've got 86% loot. Great. Open that. We got 70k worth of runes. Not bad. So we'll just teleport away, and that's it. We'll heal up at the pool, and if you need to, you can go to the GE or wherever and bank, and then just hop back in your house and go back to the Barrows portal. So that's pretty much it. One day I'll finish the log on this, but that day is not today. Until next time.